No, the AJ's frozen on his screen. Mine's at 151.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's because he's using FX Choice for the data. But let's see.
Yeah.
And all of mine are forex.com and they're all moving. I'm looking at GU, AJAU, all of them are moving.
How do you change that, Paul? How do you change from XF Choice to Forex.com? How do you do that? Right. Okay. Yeah. I did mine. I have an account with the Wanda and Blueberry. I have several accounts, but now it's moving.
Yeah, that's for see, and there's your exclamation mark. FX Choice just popped up.
Let me ask this question. It might be maybe a newbie question, but it's a question I need to ask. Is and each different broker is a spreads that radical? I looked at different ones. I'm looking right now, and wow, there's a difference between 10 to 20 different 20 to 1, 30 to 1, 5 to 1, 2 to 1. Well, the one you're using, the one I'm using on the Wanda, which I'm connected to right now, it looks exactly. There's no, it's exact. That one looks good. The one you got up now. Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
What's going on, Sharma?
How's it going?
We're troubleshooting technical difficulties.
What happened? All right.
Well, he's definitely a network engineer for sure.
I try.
Oh, he read that comment. Oh, no shit. Oh, that was good when he put that in there. I was laughing. That was good. Uh-oh. Well, we figured something was up. Either the alarm didn't go off or something happened or whatever. You know, no biggie. I don't worry over that. Now we ended up make your fiance the alarm clock. She'll wake you up. Are you serious? Oh.
Yeah, my wife used to do that to me, but she doesn't do it anymore because usually what comes out of my mouth is gibberish. So the last time that happened, it was some conversation, and I answered, "Well, okay, we're going to get gas or some crap." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, be careful what you say when you're sleeping. Always keep
that right.
Yeah, always. Yeah, always keep I always keep a clear head, so I don't have to worry about what I'm going to say or hiding something or nothing. So it's whatever comes out, it comes out, and it's the truth. So I don't have to worry. Well, it is. I learned that through the years. AJ is moving. What are you on? 1 hour. Yeah. Sloppy, isn't it? Look at it. It moved sideways. That's all it did. Three directions. I wouldn't take a trade now. Yeah, it wasn't a trick for me. I wouldn't take nothing from that.
Yeah, that's garbage. I mean, look at it. It's just pure garbage.
Nah. How do you figure that? You're looking on a higher time frame, aren't you? Yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah. She's gonna be heading down. What do we have for news? That'll be. If that's true, it should be pushing up. Huh?
Okay, Star Wars, please don't do that.
Yeah.
So yesterday there was update that there wasn't going to be a deal, but the bigger thing that happened yesterday was that the UK was finally talking about removing some of the clauses from the internal market bill that violated the withdrawal agreement, and that's pretty much just to push the talks forward in hopes of getting a deal. So tomorrow, Wednesday evening, is when we're going to see Boris Johnson flying out to Brussels in order to meet the EU president and try to figure out the deal by himself between them two. They're taking over. And then tonight, what do we have tonight? Yeah, so it's pretty much everything's leading up to tomorrow for them meeting. And then early morning, so that's going to be the London session open. We're going to see the UK-EU Joint Committee meeting up, and so is the Irish Foreign Minister. So they're going to be talking about some of the issues that they overcame today. So that was the big thing that caused that huge spike up, that they were able to overcome or come into like an agreement in principle kind of a thing. And so that was the news that came out. So that was the fundamental that pushed the price completely up for GBP JPY, and then we saw some of it for Euro JPY as well. So they're going to be having a meeting tomorrow, the UK EU Joint Committee, and then in the evening, PM Johnson and the EU President will.
Oh, I guess the satellite's out of range.
That's it. Sharma, we're changing your name to SNBC, Sharma News Broadcasting Channel.
Sharma, are you with us?
I think her tower crashed.
Yeah.
Satellite went down.
I thought Boris Johnson was blowing this Brexit meeting off. I saw on the news that he was blowing this thing off. So I'm not too sure.
So we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll definitely find out.
What up, Sergey? Lucy, blue and gray lines. The blue is Asian session, so 5:30 to about 9:30 p.m. Central Time, and then London is 1 a.m. till 5 a.m. What up, Nabik, Jordan, Rasheen, Spider, Ross, Nick, Salim, how's it going?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Yeah, so with Brexit tomorrow, yesterday we had the news that there's not going to be a deal. So that's what caused the entire move down, just that fundamental. And then we also had, later in the day yesterday, we had some news that the UK is in the talks of taking out certain clauses from the internal market bill that violate the overall withdrawal agreement that they signed. And so we had that yesterday, causing the entire move. And then today we saw that the Irish Foreign Minister and the UK and EU Joint Committee, they were able to overcome some of the stepping stone pretty much in the talks regarding the major issues. that are part of the Brexit talks, which is, again, the fishing, governance, and also the level playing field. So they were able to come to an agreement in regards to those major topics. So that was creating some optimism in the market. And this agreement also includes a protocol on the Northern Ireland. And so tomorrow, early morning, which is going to be the London session, we're going to see all of them meeting up and pretty much talking about how to move forward, how to implement all of that come January 1st. And then also tomorrow evening, so UK's evening, we're going to see PM Johnson and EU President meeting up right before the EU summit on Thursday. And they're going to try and come up with and talk the differences out at this point. So yesterday, when the news came out that there's not going to be a deal, Boris Johnson and EU President got onto a call and they were just talking about how to move forward with this. And both parties recognized that the differences are too big at this point, and there hasn't been as much progress that they hoped there would be in the past couple of days. So they each told their sides to come up with a draft, an overview of whatever differences are remaining. And now they're going to be talking that over in Brussels Wednesday evening. And so pretty much it's a very fundamental heavy week, and that's why we're seeing a lot of consolidation. There's the market fear because a lot of the officials, they're still saying that there may potentially not be a deal. So still stay ready for that. So there's market fear from that perspective. And then there's also market optimism, just looking at the fact that Boris Johnson is still traveling to Brussels in order to, in hopes of getting a deal done. So you have market optimism and you have market fear. And so we're seeing a lot of consolidation. And now the EU side is looking at the EU summit as a natural deadline to get any sort of a deal done. So if they don't have any deal to sign by the EU summit on Thursday or Friday, then potentially we're going to see the EU kind of walking away and the UK. But we did see the EU saying that proposing to continue the talks after the transition period, so coming into January. But the UK pretty much shut that down really quick. They said they don't want to do that.
So Brexit is just going to go on forever, pretty much.
It's going on this week, and then the EU also said if you don't have a deal done, or both parties don't have a deal done by the summit, then pretty much we're not really interested in the talks because that's a natural deadline for them.
They'll probably just extend it.
Yeah, most likely.
We're going to extend it to 2022. Okay.
You're going to see a lot of volatility, though, with any GBP pair or Euro pair. You're going to see a lot of volatility just because they want to see the final decision by Thursday or Friday and see what happens in the EU summit.
Yeah, hopefully we can stop ranging. Everything's ranging, though.
Yep.
Yeah, Jamie drew it earlier. It's like a little wedge.
I'm looking more at like those daily and weekly levels to see how price is reacting towards them. If price is near a very strong resistance or support level, then I'm not looking for a trade unless price does like a clear break and retest.
Looks like we're doing a break and retest on GJ at 564.
Yeah, even for EJ, if you look at the daily time frame, it seems like it's doing slightly like a break and retest, but it's not really moving much on lower time frames. Someone asked, would that have a positive or negative effect on the pound if they don't make a deal? So it's going to have a negative effect on both currencies, but you're going to see GBP a lot more effective because the UK overall is going to be heavily affected by a no deal versus any other European country.
She's right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Paul, you need to get your monster in.
I got it next to me.
You're not drinking it, though.
Oh, I think I'm halfway. Almost halfway.
I used to double shot those things down.
Yeah, I don't want to do 2 anymore. That's a lot. 2 a day is a lot.
I did an 18-hour shift, and I had to drink 5 or 6 of those things just to keep maintaining.
I get that.
Yeah. No, I don't do that a lot anymore. Maybe 1 a day, 2 a day, sometimes never. Coffee's probably your best choice.
Yeah, but I'm out of creamer, so no coffee for me yet.
Yeah. So let me ask you, what are we doing with the 50 mile push-up thing that you guys have been doing? So everybody that loses a trade, you have to do 50 push-ups or 150 push-ups?
I don't think there was a number set, but I'm not sure.
You can do it military style. Down, up, down, up. That's 1. Up, down, 1. Up, down, 2. Up, down.
I think it was when somebody redeems it, and everybody does it.
I did it last night with you.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, when did I get volunteered for that? I don't remember signing up for that. Who shanghaied me?
Yep, you were definitely volunteered for that for sure.
You're in it, Bear. Come on.
You know, what kind of love is this, man? This family's corrupt.
No, this is a team. It's a team effort. Let's do it. No, what was it? What was the details on that, Mr. Paul? I didn't get that.
I don't know. I didn't know there were details. If there were details of 50 or 150, that's not happening for me. I'm gonna pass on that.
No, 150. No. I could. Yeah, 50. Okay, but not every.
Yeah, 50's okay, but still, no.
I don't even know where that came up. Somebody said 50 push-ups. It's like, what?
Can we trade on who will make it to 150? I mean,
Yeah,
if you
really.
want to.
Take the under on me.
It's a goal. We could do it.
I mean, I'm not saying we can't. I just think it's gonna be. I just need a water break after that. You'll short it. Mark's gonna short it.
Dude, I may need an iron lung after that.
Well, there is Iron Man competitions if you guys are interested.
No, I'm good.
No, I'll pass. White lines? Uh-oh, you lost me, Eddie.
Man, all I heard is that someone's doing too much of something.
Oh. I don't think it's that. You never know. I would keep you up.
I don't judge.
Chinese news at 7:30. Other than that, we're pretty solid for no news tonight. Man, that is ugly. We went from one range to the next. We went from here into ranging on top. Ay, ay, ay. This ranging needs to stop. We used to move so good. I mean, the support's pretty solid, though. And then yesterday, that resistance we talked about. Support, resistance, support, and then we made a resistance up here, and then we Get a little fake out above, and now we're back underneath in this area here.
It looks like it's stuck in the same daily range as it was in September. So if you go on the daily time frame, see the consolidation to the left.
Over here?
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, we're pretty much stuck in that zone again.
Yeah.
Like this
Pretty
entire
spot
thing
on
right
too.
Here. Yeah, right there, just stuck right there.
Yeah.
It seems like it's breaking the lows. Like we haven't really seen price breaking the highs yet on the daily time frame either.
We're still closing bearish too.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
I think you just like overall price just needs to close below this, and then you have clean moves coming down, like down here,
Yeah.
and then maybe even take partials. Let's say somewhere even here, or even here, wherever. There's definitely scaling opportunities somewhere in this range here.
Oh yeah, that'll be the nicest play right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Do I incorporate other indicators like EMA or trend lines? Nope. Pretty much what you see is what I use. So just structure on the 1 hour, and right now it just looks like crap. I did catch the sells here down to here, like we talked about last night. So if you guys waited for that bearish hourly close, this one wicked you out, and then you just got back in because we closed back in the range, and then we came down. So here, this guy here came up and wicked you out. Once it closed back under resistance, still respecting resistance, then you get back in and you ride it down. So yeah, I got it down to here. Once it hit support, I got out. It is FOREX copier 3. Pretty good. Reset. There we go. Yep, yeah, they have a free one too you can use. Oh, it works pretty good. Market maker? No. Am I gonna place a trade anytime soon? I don't know. By the looks of it, probably not. This looks like crap. I didn't look at Euro, but I know there was there was a holiday yesterday for Euro, so is FOREX luck or skill? What do you guys think?
Skill. Any idiot can win the lotto once based off of luck. But repeat that process over and over again, and that takes skill.
Fair enough, I agree. I'd say the only luck would be is if you get on a really crazy like few month win streak, there's a tad bit of luck, or Or we could say, instead of using the word luck, we could say really good timing. That would probably be a better way to put it. There's just really good timing. Your entries are always, you never get hit by news, no unexpected Brexit crap or any unexpected news release. Don't get whipped out and then it continues in your direction. I would say just good timing. But definitely skill for sure. Yeah, the skill gives you the discipline to do it more than once and actually repeat it. But what's the most important skill you guys think in Zoom and YouTube?
Discipline.
Discipline and like continuously just trying to educate yourself, I guess, in a way, whether it's technical analysis or like fundamentals or even like anything else.
What if you only
Just
had to choose
going
one?
back.
What if you could only choose one? Which one?
I would say education.
Education?
Like that's the way that I would put it. Just, you know, keep going back, try to understand like how can you do better.
Okay. You got strategy, pattern recognition, discipline, building a habit, kill the emotions,
You know,
timing,
we do
discipline,
have educated fools out there, Shama.
discipline.
You got him.
Nobody said mindset.
I think you develop the mindset over time. You know, nobody
And
comes
with
in
discipline.
with a mindset. Yeah. All of these things, you have to build that together. Once you get the discipline, the patience, the education, then you have the right mindset.
But you can have the discipline and stuff and have a really poor mindset.
You can, like I said, you have educated fools out there too. So
True. Interesting. We already had Tokyo Open, we haven't moved. We've moved 8 pips so far. Continuity? Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen though, Mark. I will definitely not place a large reckless trade. Definitely not. I'll pass. I didn't even trade London because this trade here was so good. It was... Got in here. There's a 4 pip risk for... I think I ended up securing about 14 or 15. It's like 14 and a half. So it was like a 3 to 1 almost. So I didn't even trade London. What up, Ralph? You're new here. Talk about my basic strategy for a bit. I wouldn't say it's a strategy. Basically, you're just selling high, buying low with whatever direction the trend is. So, burn my thumb lighting a candle 3 times. And it won't go away. So, your trend is down, or your trend is up. You're just selling high in the downtrend, buying low in the uptrend, and that's it. That is the entire strategy. Look for the structure. The structure will tell you your trend, and then wait for your entry. And that's it.
You know, I heard a guy say once in a class that I was in that trading is simple, but it's hard.
Yeah.
And I looked at him like he was crazy until I really started getting into it and started understanding that trading really is simple. Once you find your edge, which is what you can call it, or your niche, and you start repeating it and look for the same thing over and over again, consistency, it becomes simple. Getting to that point is hard.
Mm-hmm. I would also say that understanding that you're not going to win every time is also the hard part of it as well. Your strategy and whatever could be right, but you're still going to lose occasionally.
That's very
Absolutely.
true. And I also think like everything that we talk about here, for example, like the psychology, the mindset, discipline, patience, like you said, being comfortable with losses because they will happen. Being okay with no trading days, I think, is an important one too if you're starting off. But like you just said, Bear, it's easy, but these are kind of the hard things because you have to develop them on your own. Like no one can really help you with that. We can help you like with the strategy. We can tell you like, sell high, buy low kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't really do much about your own psychology. That's something that you have to develop on your own.
Yeah, nobody can teach you that. I mean, if you're just, it's like they say, if you're a bad person when you're broke, you're gonna be a bad person when you're rich. You're just a bad person with money.
Mm-hmm.
If you have bad habits, you have to work on breaking those habits. You have to work on developing that mindset. And it comes down to the point where just how much do you want it? How bad do you want it? Is this just a fly-by-night thing for you? Is this just a hobby? If it is, then you're not going to put the time into it. But if this is something that you're really, fighting for as another option, as to replace your primary job, what is your why? And I keep saying it all the time. What is your why? When you have a why, then you'll push forward in this.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And find a way.
The sounds of chaos echo through the night. The city's an assault on peace of mind. It's always buzzing and never sleeps. Leaves me driving around overcrowded streets in the city of hustle. There's no time to think. Might miss your shot.
Bauer says it's a psychology. Two men can have opposite results with the exact same strategy. Yep. It's kind of like what we do in The Sims on Friday when we minimize. And then last week we went over kind of the stats of why it's important to put numbers in front of you so you can see it. And when you should lose 1,000, but you only lose 388, just because you minimize, that's a pretty big game changer, especially week to week.
I think simulations are a great place to like practice all this stuff too. Like along with your technical analysis, like practicing your emotional side and then your mindset, your discipline, and all that stuff. Because even if you're taking a trade in a simulation, I'm pretty sure a lot of people still feel the same exact emotions that they would feel in a real trade. Probably just not to like that extent, I guess. But still, like, you're taking a trade, you're always thinking about, okay, is it gonna hit my stop loss? Is it gonna hit my TP? There are still emotions involved when you're taking trades in a simulation.
Yeah.
Yep. See, I'm that guy in the demo, in the simulation trading. It's like, what do you mean? I just hit my stop loss, and I'm throwing things across the room because it really does bother me.
I don't like when my stop gets hit either. Especially last night, it hit my stop and then it came right back into the range, and I was just like,
That happened to me yesterday too. I think it was right before London opened, so pre-London. I saw it was a perfect setup for EJ. Like, price had just got out of a consolidation, a huge consolidation. It did a retest. It was continuing down, and it moved down about 10-15 pips, and it was like a huge drop. And so I was like, okay, well, there's definitely going to be some kind of a retracement. So I secured partials, moved my trail stop loss, or trailed my stop loss to break even. And as soon as I did that, legit, I had just clicked modify, and price just shot up the other way.
wow.
I mean, I secured some, so I guess it's still a winning trade, and I didn't really lose much.
It's still just like, really? Like the odds
Yeah.
are so low. It's like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this little wick here got me, and then I just re-entered. So, but my trade that won ended up being almost 3-1. So I canceled the loss out and got 2 wins in the bank. So I mean, once that one hit TP, I was like, it's fine that the other one hit stop loss, no big deal. But yeah, thank you for the sub, Ash. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this entire month and specifically this week, I'm just reducing the reducing the risk to reduce my losses or any of that. I'm just
It's about the
pretty much
Brexit
just
crap.
waiting for those higher time frame confirmations.
Is that because of the Brexit stuff?
Brexit, and also like again, it's December. You're gonna see like a lot of just push one way or the other. We're already seeing that in the stock market, so it's definitely like happening in FOREX here as well, just depending on the different sessions.
Yeah.
So in New York session, you're definitely gonna see like push one way or the other, and then same exact thing. It's like in correlation, kind of with the stock markets for each respective area.
Gonna break up. Trying to. One sec.
So, Sharma, before we spring this on you, I don't know if you heard us yesterday, but I'm going to hijack one of Paul's session, and we're going to interview our female traders out here because we'd like to get your backstory, your mindset, your why, and what you look at when you look at a chart, because, we have a lot of female traders in the YouTube chat and, just out here. And they hear a lot from the guys. We're all talking crap, but they don't hear a lot from the female traders. So we, as concerned and thoughtful men, want to sit back and just interview you guys and say, hey, talk to us, talk to the crowd. So you're one of them. We have to find someone else because I mistakenly called a male a female. I'm sorry, Jody, if you're out there. Don't shoot me.
Dang, Bear, slipping up already.
Yeah, I had to apologize. But if you have someone in your group that'd be willing to come on and talk, would you mind bringing them with you? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be great. I feel like people already know my story because I've said it a lot of times here and also like on my Instagram and stuff like that. But if it helps to discuss anything else, then yeah, for sure I'm down. But I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of people who would be willing to come up here and kind of discuss their story as well. What's your why, Bear?
In my family, being from the Caribbean, and before I answer that, Bauer, I'm in Boynton Beach, but I was born and raised in the Virgin Islands. So, but traditionally, in our communities, we don't talk a lot about money. We don't talk a lot about saving. We don't talk about any of this stuff. And I was always taught that you work hard, for 26, 30 years, 95 every day, and you let your hard work pay off for you at a job, and and it just kind of, you stay with it. Realizing that I've been at the same job for 26 years since I came out of high school. I've been at the same company for 26 years. I've held other jobs in between. I've done 3 jobs at one point, 2 jobs at one point. So I've always been busy, but I'm getting to the point where I'm tired of being moved around the chessboard. And every time I get moved around the chessboard, it affects, my wife, my family, my livelihood, because you're at risk. You're always, like I said yesterday, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu, and I'm tired of being on the menu. So for me, it's, listen, I want a little bit more financial freedom. I want my wife to be able to live the life that she would love to live. I'd love to be able to travel and do things without worrying about, okay, well, we still have to pay that bill or this bill or that stock, all of these different things. I just want to know that, hey, okay, there's money in the bank. What do you want to do today? Let's go on a cruise. Let's do a 2-week cruise to the Mediterranean. So it's it's all of that, you know.
Mhm.
Just being able to live life, a different quality of life is what I'm looking for. And you know, I'd like to pass this on, at least teach this to my siblings, other members of my family, my in-laws, because a lot of this doesn't happen. You know, it just doesn't happen in our circle.
Right. No, yeah, I agree with you. Well, personally, like for me, it was I did a lot of internships, and I guess like I've only done like one full-time job, but other than that, I was like in college or in school and stuff like that. So I did a lot of internships. But I think I don't really talk about this much, and I guess this would be the first time, but I think a major motivation behind me trading, trying to get that financial freedom, building business and stuff like that, I think the biggest motivation was probably my brother, because he's, you know, been through the same exact thing where it was, you know, he went to college, he got a job, and he realized exactly what you said. He realized that very soon, and so he started building his own business. And so him and I used to have these conversations all the time, and he was telling me all the time, he's like, you could get a job, but it's like, do you really, you're working to make someone else rich, right? Work on your own dreams, build a business, whatever, you know, you're doing right now at a job, you could build the same exact business and, you know, make a lot more. And then I have another brother who also has his business, but he loves his job because he loves doing, like, collaborating with people. He loves like whatever he gets to do at his job, but he also has his business. So I think they were the biggest motivations behind me, like starting this mindset early for myself.
And that's great. You know, believe me, if a lot of us had, you know, people like that in our family or people like that in our circle, where we could actually see, you know, what they've gone through, and we can see the success by them, let's say, transitioning into doing Forex, or, you know, and that's not to say that, okay, everybody's going to trade full time for a living, because I like what I do. I'm in IT
Right.
and I love what I do. So I'm going to do both, you know.
Right.
But there are people out there who just, listen, I don't want to do anything else. I just want to trade. I want to trade for myself. I want to be my own business, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you have these kind of people around you, like us on the stream, then it motivates you.
Absolutely. And honestly, my brothers didn't even know about trading. Like, they don't trade at all. One of my brothers did try to get into it, but he was like, no, it's not. It was just something that didn't interest him, and that's perfectly fine, right? But yeah, they didn't know about trading, and I didn't really tell them about trading either. I didn't tell anyone about trading until like last year, 2 years ago in my family. But it was just like looking at them, and they learned it from my parents, because my parents came from India, and again, they always encouraged, like, go get a job, go get a nice education, have a secure future, have a secure job. And so learning from their mistakes, I guess, looking at their experiences, is where my brothers were like, okay, well, we could do a job, but we also need to have a business. And looking at them is pretty much what I learned, whatever I know, and then pushing myself to do better. So necessarily, we don't do the same exact things. We don't trade. They don't do the same exact stuff that I do, and I don't do the same things that they do. But, you know, it's the mindset, I guess, that we have in common.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Sure. What's up, guys? First of all.
Oh, wait.
Lovely.
You see the first person you said hello to, right?
No,
Jay?
look at the chat. Look at the chat. You guys are
Jay?
talking. Look at the chat.
Jay.
744. What's up, guys?
Jay.
Oh, so now you're
We spoke
excluding
about
her.
this.
Wow.
We spoke about this, okay? Cut it out.
No, I had a question for Sharma. Sharma, you
What's up?
you like Shadowgun?
Yeah, I guess. I'm not a huge fan, but, you know, he's good.
Oh, well, okay.
Why? What's wrong?
No, when I saw a little video from on Netflix, and I was like, what the hell? And I just looked that he was like the most highest paid actor.
Absolutely. He's called King Khan in
Hollywood.
India. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I
Listen,
thought you were just studying up on your Bollywood
no,
actors
I
for
got the
some
sauce.
reason.
I be looking at everything. I look at everything. I'm open to everything. I'm like,
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. We'll get the couch out for you in a minute. Psychiatrist is in.
Dating 101. Here we go.
Paul, refresh the news thing. Maybe there is something that just came out.
Yeah, I just did. Nothing.
Hmm.
Gonna get to see Chris Brown work his magic.
Nah, today I'm sitting on my hands today, man.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I'm definitely sitting on my hands.
Tomorrow though.
Yeah, definitely.
Tomorrow though. You know, I'm not gonna trade anything here for Asian either. Might
Yo,
end the
you
stream
know- you
early
know the
because
trade-
this is
How long you were in the other trade?
1, 2, 3 hours. This one ended up hitting in about 10 minutes though.
No, yesterday?
Yeah, so like 3 hours, 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, if it's just gonna range, then I mean, yeah. Excuse me.
This pick has been ranging, huh?
Mm-hmm.
EJ and GJ aren't moving much either.
No.
Yeah, EJ legit looks like it's consolidating on the 4 hours.
Yeah, same thing for AJ. 4 hour ranges, I don't like it.
Well, at least if you don't trade, you still don't lose money in the market, so still a winning day, I guess.
Yep. EJ looks like it's trickling down.
It's trying.
You know,
It's trying, but again, it's just consolidating.
It's so weak though. Like we
Mhm.
kind of hit here.
Usually, when you see like a consolidation, like the airs that you're making right now,
Mm-hmm.
when you usually see moves like this, following that, you'll see like a nice fundamental, like a news that will come out, and you'll see like very nice moves to one side or the other, like a very nice break.
Yeah, I
But
noticed when
you
it's
always have to,
Go
but
ahead.
you always have to be careful for like any like fake outs here.
I noticed when it's a weak trend like that,
Mm-hmm.
it'll kind of just go the opposite way. Like let's say we come down really hard and then we go like this,
Yeah.
kind of go back into this nice healthy trends.
Yeah, because the market's kind of collecting orders as it's moving up. That's what pretty much the way that, you know, the consolidation works is market just collecting orders to push one way or the other.
It goes up, it's like, yeah, not enough, not enough, not enough, and then
Yeah.
it finally gets enough. It's like, all right.
Because if you look at it, the same exact thing happened here in the past as well. Let's see, like in this area coming down, and the same exact thing, a little bit of consolidation, making its move kind of up, and then you see like a huge push up to the upside.
Mm-hmm. Was that fundamental move right there?
Yeah. December 1st and 2nd.
Start of the month too.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Looks so bad.
Yeah, except I got to give Chris his props. AU kicked my behind with those whipsaw moves. Dude, that pair is just wicked.
EU and GU.
Now GU, I killed. I 55 pips and I was good. So,
Nice.
but yeah, AU, I got into early and it whipsawed and went the other way. I mean, really high. I'm like,
Oh.
okay, of course, you know. Then I let the emotional side get it. Like, no, I know where you're going. And I got in again, and it whipsawed again. I'm like, okay, I had enough of this.
That's why I like AJ, because the USD is gonna give it. AUD moves pretty good. USD also pretty volatile. JPY is a little less, so it's a little smoother.
There's like a lot going on with USD as well itself.
Yeah, there's always more news with USD than JPY.
Okay.
Yo, Bear, when did you get your magic keys?
3 weeks ago. It took them 3 weeks to get it to me because they were sold out. So, and believe it or not, I actually loved when they sold out because when you do that and you do a pre-order, they give you a discount. So I got like 15% off of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little percent off, and then he did the Black Friday the day after I bought it. I was like, geez.
Yes. It just that's all right.
Thank you for the sub, Brittany. Appreciate it.
Yep. You have somebody in there called Lovely Baby, okay, that wants to know how to join your team.
How to join what?
The team. So I'm assuming that means, Lovely Baby, please correct me if I'm wrong. That means you want to join the group, get into the Discord.
Yep, if you want to do that, just go to the website that's scrolling on the bottom of the screen and join.
IronStandardTrading.com.
Yep, and then join through the one-time fee. Then you also get access to this lovely fundamental lady every Asian session, and I'm sure after you hear her a few days, you will definitely want to join her group as well. I've been pondering the idea to just fundamental understanding, but man, it is. That's a lot of reading, and that's just really, that's like a comfort zone I'm just not ready for yet.
But you know
You
what?
gotta ease yourself into it.
Yeah, like next year, the year after, or the year after.
Well, the easiest thing is legit just think about it like more of like a supply and demand kind of a thing, right? If you're the person who has the power to kind of control the supply and demand, and so what kind of decisions would you what kind of decisions would you make depending on what's the current economic condition of your country.
Yeah.
So from there you go into like central banks and like interest rates and stuff like that. The biggest thing is when interest rates come out, read the monetary policy statements because they will always give you an outlook of what's about to happen.
So Sharma, do you dream about numbers before you go to bed? Because I mean, monetary policy, fiscal stimulus, interest rates. Let me see here. What's next? Debt to income ratio.
I don't dream about them before going to bed. I dream about them while I'm in bed.
They make a pill for that. I feel sorry for your dude. He has to compete with numbers.
The numbers are probably super reliable too.
Hush you. Stop bad mouthing us.
Sorry, men everywhere. I don't think we can compete with numbers. Unless it's the numbers saying how unreliable we are sometimes. Then I think we can live up to those numbers. Like, did he remember the anniversary? Yeah, 3 days later.
No.
Honestly,
Honestly, that's like a lot of like information just to remember. You could celebrate your anniversary whenever. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way that I think about it.
I remember really weird stuff, and like super important stuff like doesn't stick. But the random stuff that has no relevancy to improve anyone's life or make anyone's day does not stick.
So you're a
GJ's
walking repository of useless information then.
Sometimes it feels like it.
It may be useful information to someone else.
Yeah, that's true. GJ sells. I don't really like GJ, so I would say no. But maybe if you get a bearish 15 or 30-minute close, you could sell it back to 139. Let me look at the 1 hour. Yeah. 139 and 100, but there's not much of a target there, to be honest. I would say leave GJ alone. This looks really ugly. If you're going to jump into a 5-minute and try to work some magic, do your thing. But my advice is close your charts, leave the live stream up in the background, press the like button, and then go about your evening.
I don't think there's like any clean moves for GJ unless price completely breaks above 140, 142 area and gives you like a nice move to the upside. It's definitely bullish on the weekly. It's definitely bullish, but
Yeah.
again, you're coming up against like strong resistance levels, and then it's the same exact resistance that's on the monthly time frame as well.
Yeah. I don't like that. It was like head crap, London and New York, fake out, broke above, into another range. So
The thing is, if you want to trade this right now, you have to be like really strict with your risk management, like getting those 10 pips and out, or even like just moving to break even.
yeah, or whatever your
You
time
can't-
frame is that you're using.
Yeah,
Get break
you
even
can't
ASAP.
wait for like, oh, I'm just gonna go for a couple of more pips. It looks like it's going this
Yep.
and that, because
Nope.
price will come right back down and wake you out.
Yep. I agree. Even going up, if we get above here, we just come right back into this level here.
Another one, yep.
And that's a pretty solid one. That held for days.
Mm-hmm.
139,500 area.
Yeah, definitely. That's another one on the weekly as well.
Yeah, so as we always say, I would just let price start moving nice. Let it start moving. Here, this is a good example. Let price start moving like this, and then look for a trade. Let it break out to the downside or to the upside, and then retrace, and then form a resistance or a support, and then get in and take it down the clean candles. Maybe you get an extra move to the downside. And then you're playing into clean traffic as well. So if we try to compare that with what we have now, we should need to see some sort of nice move up or nice move down, then a pullback, and then we can trade against those fresh candles. But otherwise, no trade.
So basically, all you're doing is just simply waiting for price to kind of break below this and this, and then you're looking for a trade coming down to like almost this area here. And then if
Essentially,
it
yeah.
breaks above, yeah, and then if it breaks above, then you're watching out for this area here.
Yep. So
again,
since there's
just
no
being
targets really, like
Yeah.
breakout here or here isn't really the best play, because everything in here is pretty sus. And then when you come up, you got a really heavy level just above this little minor level. So
Mhm.
it's pretty. Let it push through the level and then return back and make a support and then take it back up, or break down, come back, make a resistance, and then go back that fresh traffic. Be much
Right.
easier. I'm not a fan.
I see these like huge moves one way or the other, and all I'm thinking is like, is people's accounts getting blown right now?
What time is that Brexit stuff tomorrow, or is it Thursday?
So it's tomorrow. Thursday is the EU summit. There you go, the EU economic summit, day 1 on Thursday.
Mm.
Right here.
Yep, yeah, I see it.
And then there's also the EU UK joint committee meeting up with the Irish foreign minister. Early London session, so we're gonna expect some news, and that's definitely going to be moving the market. And then UK evening tomorrow is when Boris Johnson and EU president will be meeting up. So shortly after that, we can expect some statements coming out whether they're going to be moving forward with the talks or not.
Gotcha. So a rough day for GJ tomorrow to trade it.
Tomorrow and definitely Thursday until New York session, because New York session is when you're getting the interest rates and the monetary policy statement coming out of the euro. and plus the EU Economic Summit all day Thursday and Friday.
There could be a little bit of unexpected news.
Yep.
Hmm.
I think they're going to maintain the interest rates because the minor or the low impact news from the euro has been positive in the past couple of days. But again, a lot of the areas in the eurozone are still under a lockdown. And so once they get a vaccine out and they're able to get enough data that it's working on people, then I would expect them to start increasing the interest rates again.
Gotcha.
Hey Paul, we got I was gonna say we have a guy in YouTube, KC, that's having the same issue you did with yours, but GFX Trader just answered him. KC, if you're having the same issue, your real-time data from that broker isn't working, and if it's FX Choice, they already know about it. So you need to choose a different real-time data feed.
Yeah, just switch off of FXCM to like Owanda or Forex.com. Because mine's also down if we look here. Data problem.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave you guys in about 15 minutes. I have to go to that other, place, that other plantation. But I do have, you know the deal. But I do have one thing I want to leave the team with, and it's more for our family out in the YouTube world. Is I want you to think about something for a moment. Okay, think of yourself as a job. Think of yourself as a business. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "What is he talking about? Where is he going with this?" Think about it. When you go for a job interview, you're interviewing that company to see if you're going to be a perfect fit. They're interviewing you to see if you're going to be a perfect fit for their team. You go into negotiations, you negotiate a salary, all right? They're going to determine what your worth is to their team, and you're going to determine whether that's worth your time, all right? Now you're going to decide whether or not, okay, you can deal with the salary that they promise you, and you're going to be on this job for, let's say, however many years, and you're going to try and make a future out of it. When you look at yourself as a business, what you've just done is you've just negotiated a contract with the company to provide a service at a specific rate during a very specific time. It's very simple. You are a walking business. So now you have to think about it. Is that contract and the money that they're paying you worth your time? Is it worth having someone dictate to you when you can take vacation, when you can go on lunch, when you can take a sick day, how much time you get to spend with your family? Once you start to add up all of those factors and you realize, wait a minute, this is not worth my time, guess what? You're going to make Forex a priority.
Yep. That was beautifully put.
Period.
Exclamation point.
Hashtag I love it.
Jamie's on fire today, man. He is...
Nuggets for
He's
the
picking up my
days.
slack today. It's lovely.
Nuggets for days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shut it to you.
Keep your tears to yourself, man.
So following up what you just said, Bear, if someone was to go in and negotiate their salary using all that information, what tips would you give them? Like how to negotiate better?
You need to, first of all, is it something that you like doing? You know, if you're just going in there because it's a job, then you just need to negotiate according to how long you think you're going to be there and what you plan to make or what you plan to accomplish there. So if you say that my time is literally going to be 3 to 5 years, okay? First you have to determine your self-value. So what is your self-value based off of what you're doing? Whether you're in IT, whether you drive trucks, whether you do our program or whatever it is, determine your self-value first. Okay, once you determine that and you understand the market that you're in, then you give yourself leverage. So research the company. You know, are they a billion-dollar company? Are they a new startup? The position that you're going in for, is it something that they just opened, or has it been there? Did somebody leave? Did somebody get promoted? You know, try and get as much information as you possibly can, because then you can start to leverage whether the company needs you, whether it's a position that will be eliminated later on when they realize, hey, I really don't need that person, so go away. You know, you can add all of that. Then you sit back and you look around and say, okay, what's it worth to my family? Because it's one thing for you to go in and take a job and say, okay, I'm helping to pay the bills, I'm bringing home money, I'm helping support my family. But are you really? If you're away from your home and your family 12 to 15 hours a day on a single job, getting paid, let's say $35,000, $40,000 a year, you need to reevaluate. And you need to determine, one, is that skill critical to that company, or can you use that skill in another company? And what's it worth to someone else? And that's the biggest thing. What is that skill? What is your skill worth? What are you worth to someone else? Once you do that, then you can say, hey, wait a minute. Yeah, you want to pay me 55, but you know what? Company B down the street is going to pay me 75,000. Can you match? And what is that company offering you? How much vacation are they offering you? Are they offering you a bonus structure? Are they offering you a career development plan? You know, what are they doing? So you have to take all of those things into account. Well, you just need to understand your self-value and the value of your skill in the industry, where you are.
Amazing. So again, no matter what you do or where you go, you still need to have strong research skills, whether it's Forex or even going out and negotiating your job, salary, or anything. You need to be able to research what is pretty much the average pay for your position or whatever company that you're trying to go into, and also researching about the company itself. Like Bear just said, do they need you, or are you just basically just filling up a spot until they realize that they don't need you?
Exactly. And look at your industry. You know, look around, because if you're in an industry that can be automated, meaning, you know, by a process or a robot, then you need to really rethink where you're at, because at some point in time, you are going to be on the menu and you're not going to survive. So what you need to do is constantly keep your skills up to date, okay? Expand your skill set, make yourself invaluable. The more things you can do, the better off you are. Especially if you're the type of person that just wants to stay working, you realize, okay, you know what, trading isn't for me, or being a business isn't for me, and you just enjoy working, then that's fine. Expand your skill set. Keep it fresh.
And you guys heard it here first by Bear on Trading with Paul on YouTube.
Yep, spot on. Ladies and gentlemen. And I do top-down analysis with support and resistance. I can. I do it every day. I think you can send a chart with your own top-down analysis. My top-down analysis is completely irrelevant to your top-down analysis. If I could say, no, this is a buy, and then it completely just dumps and goes down, and you thought it was a sell. So, gold. Yep, do you want chips on the side? Some guac, maybe? And then extra napkins? No. Not your server. You can mark up gold and you can send it. Gold. Looks like it's maybe rejecting support. There you go. Because I'm not doing anything this session. This is just a waiting game for now. Oh, ugly.
That's rude.
What? The chart, Sharma.
You gotta specify.
Excuse me. I mean, 4 hour. 4 hours is a pretty good time frame, right? That's pretty high confirmation. Could we all agree?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right. So in the past 4, 8, 12 hours, we have moved 18 pips in 12 hours.
That has to be the craziest move the market has ever seen this year.
Yeah. So the 4 hour can only barely move 20 pips. Doesn't say much for the 30-minute. You know? Plus, like Jamie drew it earlier, just as a visual of kind of what's going on. And granted, this has nothing to do with when I'm entering a trade, but visually it's a pretty good idea of what price is doing right now. So maybe if we break out to the top, or we break out underneath support, because support's held pretty consistently every time off of here. And I was kind of drawing it on the 5-minute earlier, just kind of playing around. The bottom wick, and then I just wanted to barely touch everything every time we tap. There we go. So we came in here, pushed up, tapped, pushed up, dipped into the zone, pushed up, dipped into the zone, pushed up, dipped into the zone, pushed up. So this is kind of our bottom we're stuck at right now. And if we look at it on the top, top's a little messy, to be honest. And just go with this most recent area here, like this, kind of where we just hit. Thank you for the subs, guys. Appreciate it.
I think if you just extend that rectangle over, it would encompass everything to the left anyways.
Think so? Kind of misses that top part.
Well, not like the entire thing, but pretty much you're tapping into this entire area.
I mean, here too, here too. Yeah.
Yeah, just like this entire thing right here, like this zone.
Yeah, this area. I'll probably do this here. Now we'll drop down to 5. This is kind of where we're tapping here. And then it does line up over here as well. And then this was kind of just that big fake out. And then here we tapped over here as well. So this is just where we're bouncing. So If you're gonna take a trade, maybe you want to buy from here or sell from here. Other than that, I would say no trade. And this trade, I would say, is probably worse than a no trade. But you really need to take a trade. Buy low or sell high. And your stops would be here or here. But I'm definitely not taking that trade.
If you really want to take a trade, just paper trade it.
Yeah.
That's a risky trade on a 5-minute chart anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just trading the range, so.
That's too much on a 5-minute.
Yeah, no thanks.
No. Market can come in, news come in and push you right out of the trade. Get your stop loss quick.
Yep, I don't see news coming in for Asian, but
What did the 4 hours show us?
that we moved 16 pips in 12 hours. About a pip an hour is what we're moving at right now.
Now we're moving sideways on this.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 pip an hour. So if you're setting your TP and you got a 10 pip TP, give it 10 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that sucks, man. Asian's been really slow. Nothing to do.
Yeah, the rest of them are slow as well.
Yeah, today they were, but I mean, they still had opportunities. Here, it's like there's just nothing. Unless you're kind of swing trading it, maybe there's an opportunity there, and you just kind of get in and leave your order in till it moves. But
Even for swing trading, there's nothing, because if 4 hours is consolidating, like, you're gonna get worked out real quick. You need clean moves on the 4 hour to get a swing trade.
You're correct.
so those
Sherman.
that applies for swing trading then too. Kind of like what we do for the clean traffic sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I didn't know you guys
can
looked
use
at
the
that.
same exact strategy for any type of trading, even for position trading.
Mhm.
For position trading, really all you're looking at is like monthly, weekly, and trying to cash that trade like on a daily or 4 hour time frame. All you're looking for is a break and retest on the daily or the 4 hour. And when you're scalping, you're doing the same exact thing with like 4 hours down to like 30 minutes, and then you're waiting for like a break and retest on 30 or the 15 minutes and looking for your scalp. So it's the same exact thing, but different time frames.
Gotcha.
That's exactly what I was saying yesterday.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know that you guys looked at that like we do. I mean, I know you can use like what I do. You can do it on the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, whatever. It's all the same crap. But for swing trading like that, I didn't know that kind of the same basic like things are still like applied. You know what I mean?
Yes, so that's one way to know if your strategy is really effective, if you can use it for any style of trading.
Interesting. Never thought of it like that. Learning all sorts of stuff tonight.
What's our next news coming up? We need some volume to push this thing.
7:30. We got Chinese, but it's just yellow folder, so.
It's enough. I've seen the yellow folder push it. Believe me, I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold my breath.
No, but
You know.
depends on what currency it is. It'll push it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be slow pretty much until tomorrow. And then tomorrow with pre-London, you have a lot of GBP news coming out. And so as soon as market opens, I do expect price to push.
Oh yeah, definitely it'll move.
There's that unexpected. There could be unexpected Brexit news again tomorrow too.
Sharma, I was going to ask a question on the Brexit. Was Boris Johnson even going to attend that meeting? There was some news that came out that said he was going to blow this thing off. He was going to postpone.
What meeting?
There was a meeting supposedly for Brexit. He was supposed to attend it, and he was going to blow this meeting off, and he was going to go, I guess, in January.
Well, now he needs it. So the only meeting that's really coming up where there's news that he is going to attend it is the one tomorrow with the EU president. But there's the EU summit but I'm not sure if he's going to be attending that because it's usually just the European Union countries that come together.
Oh, okay, I see.
Uzi, nope, no London trades for me, bro. That trade we called out in Asian session last night for AJ, those sells, I took that and took it from here down to support, and then that was my trade. So I didn't even bother looking at London because I basically got out of my trade right when I start trading, and because it was such good risk to reward, I just decided to not trade. And then nothing for me in Asian tonight because this is what we're working with. It's like trying to start a diet and all you have is Twinkies and donuts in the house. Not gonna work.
Twinkies, donuts, and Monster, and a cup of coffee.
Yeah. I mean, the coffee would work, but everything else is...
Sounds like a balanced diet to me.
Seriously, it sounds awfully good to me. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm leaving in 5 minutes, but that diet would definitely work for me. Just add a gallon of butter pecan ice cream and I'm good.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
No, I second that one.
All right, so we're gonna have a health and nutrition seminar this weekend.
What now?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I'm busy. No.
Yeah. Let me ask a question. Did any of you guys even trade kiwi at all?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
I've eaten some kiwi, but that's about it.
No.
That's
No,
the closest he gets.
Yeah.
No. Well, I see it sometimes consistent. So I like AJ. That's like my favorite pair. That is more consistent than any other pair I've ever traded. It's not volatile. It doesn't go crazy. And when the news comes out, you kind of expect what it's going to do. But the rest of them, kiwi is kind of, that would be my second. But AJ is like my first.
Yeah, AJ is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's not really a ton of... There's hardly any unexpected like news events that come out or anything.
And the moves you were showing me, the stuff, how it was all laid out, I took a really close look at all the charting. I went back a couple of years and looked at it, and you're 100% right about that. There's no joke of,
AJ's smooth.
You're right on. You're spot on with that. No joke.
Will you stop inflating his ego?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just quoting facts, Mr. Bear. It's just facts. I am looking at charts. You can't. Hey,
I'm only gonna try to build me up while you try to tear me down with burpees. So,
Bear, what are you doing? What are you doing to this guy? Leave him alone. He knows what he's doing.
sometimes
See it.
It's called Chinese water torture, just without the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
trading enough? Isn't trading enough? Torture.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Another engineer always got to interject on something else.
Yeah, it's a habit.
Yeah. We all do it. You know that.
Honestly, all this consolidation tells you is that there's going to be lots of volume once this does break.
Yep, that's the only good thing. Get a nice like 4-to-1 risk to reward trade. Oof.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
Yep. So Sharma, would you say let's call it the pressure cooker mindset? You know, all that pressure's building up and it's got to break out one way or the other. The catch is just being on the right side of it.
Yep. Exactly. Well, the thing is, like, even for these, sometimes you'll see when price is like, you know, moving obviously in like one direction, but it's consolidating the entire time. It's stuck in consolidation. That's what I want to say, but it's just consolidating the entire time. Sometimes you can get fake outs too, and so when I'm looking for price to kind of break out of these consolidations, I'm just waiting for a break and retest on maybe like the 30-minute, for example, if it's consolidating on the 1 hour. And then break and retest on the 30-minute and then continuation back up. The only time I've seen price really just shoot without a retest is if the move is followed by some kind of a news.
I totally agree with that one. That always
Like
happens.
NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Can you get marital advice here too? Not from me.
Well,
Not married
I'll offer
yet.
some. Yeah, I can offer you some. I've been married for 19 years, so
Got a little
it just
experience.
depends.
What kind of marital advice you guys are looking for? I've got plenty of experience.
See, there you go. Biggest thing I can tell you: keep your mouth shut and just listen.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't like
remember-
that rule. I don't like that rule.
You're not married yet, but don't worry. You'll be beaten into submission soon enough.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll learn, right, Bear?
Absolutely.
That's what
Yeah.
Lauren's dad and mom always say. Mostly her dad.
Yeah, she'll train you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Says just listen and agree, and they're always right. And I'm always just like, yeah, no, I don't like that rule. He's like, you'll learn. I'm like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, wait till you have kids, Paul.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
That's what I said.
Yeah, well,
It happened.
nope. Put the bun back in the
Nope.
oven. I can't have it.
Oh my God. Yeah, wait. Just wait. It's fun.
Maybe one day.
Kids are the best thing in the whole world. Believe me. I enjoy every minute of it.
Maybe in my next life.
Well, we'll see how that works. That's what I said about trading. Oh, I love it. See you in my next life.
Yeah.
Going back on AJ. Boy, you're called the kettle correct. Believe me. I went all the way back to 2017, and I'm looking at how you laid it out on your lower time frames. Well, it's kind of sketchy. It's a little smoother on the 1 hour time frame.
A little bit, but still barely.
Yeah, but it's consistent with what you've been telling me. It's so consistent.
Not recently. I wonder if we looked at the holiday months, like December, if we find that there's more ranging in it at that time.
You're gonna see a lot of fake outs across different pairs.
Yeah, but the fake outs you're getting is from news. I see what you're talking about, China. It comes with the fake outs you're talking about. It goes outside the zone. It's from news. I'm looking at it. It's news. News pushes it. Volume pushes it up outside, and then comes right back down into normal zone again.
The type of stuff that you're gonna like see a lot, like across different pairs, is this kind of stuff, and then like a huge rally up, and then again like something like this happening.
Correct. Yeah, Paul's spot on with that. I went all the way back.
You're so mind blown.
Oh man, you have no idea. I everything he calls it out, I go back and I check because I'm an engineer. I research everything, and I go back and look at numbers, and he's spot on. He's right on. I can't say no.
Looks like this. It's kind of the same spot we were stuck in, just most recent too. It's just a little bigger now. So it's like,
Yeah, that's messy there. It just moves sideways on you.
I want to see how this lines up. Going that wick to that wick, see where we. Yeah, that's
Dang.
pretty dead on.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yeah.
Is there anything before this, like start of December?
Go back, you get the same thing. Go down a little bit. You get the same thing. Go.
Pretty heavy resistance here.
Yep.
What else we got?
You're only on a 30. I went all the way back on the 4 hour and a daily. See?
1 hour. So, I mean, yeah, this is going to be a really good support.
Think about all the liquidity that's trapped there. Every time price kind of taps into it, you see a little bit of volume coming in.
Yeah.
Now each one, the blue and the gray are news trades, or in the market opens and closes.
What do you mean?
On your screen, you see the blue
Your time zone indicators.
time zone, right?
Yep. So this is Asian and this is London.
Now you see the volume starting to come in.
Yep. And you can see where it dies off. So when these are close together, usually pretty dead.
Yeah, ranging right there.
Actually, no, it should be this gap here should be the dead area, but no, that's New York actually.
What do you call what is that you're saying it's dead area, but it's actually not.
Yeah, no, never mind. Because it's going to be towards the end of it, right before blue. Because that's right before Asian session. That sucks.
Now the blue is Asian session, correct?
Yep, blue is Asian, and then this gray is our London.
London. Okay.
Yep. GJ goes up in London. Okay,
There's a huge correlation between GJ and AJ. You see that? Other than EJ, you see all of them the same correlation. They go in the same direction. Either they go up or they go down.
Yep. Yeah.
And gold does the
structure-
same thing. The
The
gold,
structure is overall same on EJ, GJ, AJ, GU, and EU.
correct. And when the volume comes in, the market opens. They all go the same direction, either going up or they're going down. They all do the same thing.
Yep, they follow the same exact structure. Is the only difference is the levels. That's
Correct.
it.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. So who studied over who? You study over Paul or Paul study over you? Both of you got a wealth of information.
I think we were both
Oh.
in Rakil's group.
Yeah, I mean, I've kind of learned on my own, and then I joined Rakil's group for like a community because I was trading alone on my by myself for a very long time. But I was watching his streams, and then I watched Paul's streams as well.
So you're just here to hang out.
Pretty much, basically.
Knowledge is power. Always remember that. The more you can learn, the more people can share.
I definitely still learn a lot from like people even on Instagram and Paul and Rakil. I used to watch Uncle Ted a lot. That's how I found Rakil. I used to watch his stories a lot.
And never go a day without learning something, believe me.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I learn something.
It's a
Yeah,
good,
EJ
it's a good goal to
GJ
have
just-
day to day.
Back into the gym today. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
What's up?
I said you're back into the gym today?
Oh, I said always a good goal to have every day is just learn one thing every day.
Oh, correct.
But yeah, gym today.
Hmm.
Rest day yesterday after leg day, so I can just eat as much food as possible, get that good recovery, and then back and by today.
I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that like after working out, when you're like super sore, having an orange or like any citrus really helps with the
That's-
soreness.
That's true.
I don't know. It could be. I've never heard
No,
that.
it is true.
It is.
Yes. Anything super citrus, even a lime or lemon or orange. Yeah, it's true.
Interesting.
You're a bodybuilder. I'm a power lifter. Well, was a power lifter, but yeah. Yeah. Anything you get back in your body after burning all that out, you need to get it back, recover it quick.
Yeah.
And it works. Believe a lime worked better for me.
Probably just those micronutrients.
I did it naturally. I didn't juice. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Oh, you missed all the fun stuff, bro.
Nah, I didn't miss anything. Believe me, I know people nowadays, my age, they're having problems with their liver and their kidneys and everything else. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Well, if you abuse it, I mean, like anything,
No.
everything's okay in moderation.
Exactly.
So,
Except for monsters, gotta have them.
gotta have at least a couple a day.
Now I'm down to coffee.
I think we might call it a little early. There's nothing going on,
Yeah.
and you know,
Volatility's low.
yeah.
No huge news trades.
Oh, there's never news trades, but yeah, there's just, you know, like it's like coming to work when the office is closed. Just
Yeah,
go
that
home till the
sucks.
next day. That's how I see it.
But I see the structure he laid out. The structure is like exactly the way you said it. I went back and looked at every single one, every video that you have. Oh, by the way, everybody's on the stream. Go and look at the videos that Paul has put out. And believe me, you will learn a ton of information. No joke.
Much appreciated,
Everything.
brother.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I think we'll call it though, guys. There's nothing going on. You know, if you come to the chart and you see this, just close them. Just close them. Come back the next day. There's no reason to do anything here, and we could sit here and talk, but every half hour we'll probably just repeat ourselves. You know, so
Agreed.
hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better.
Really watch out for London session though.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna trade it because I don't want to get in any words
Stuck in a
unexpected
trade.
unexpected releases
Mm-hmm.
of information. I've been noticing every day at London at like between 2 and 3 a.m. my time is when it is released. I think that's like 8 or 9 a.m. UK time.
That's like right around the start of London session, right?
Yeah, because I think it starts at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. But yeah, guys, if this is your first time tuning in, normally we get more than this, but if anything, we got a good example of discipline, and it looks like crap. Just don't force a trade. No, we don't come and force a trade on the stream. So if you're trading by yourself, don't go forcing a trade. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Be on at 5:30 Central Eastern. And what is tomorrow? Wednesday? Thursday? I think it's Wednesday. And yeah, just don't try to force anything. Just take the day off, go play some Warzone, or maybe give your lady or your man some attention for once, and see if the charts are better tomorrow. I will catch you guys tomorrow.
All right, have a great day.
Have a great night, Paul. All right.